Space is noisy, not with sound, but with questions. My name's Andrew, and this is Lightseed Radio. I've set up this little cargo hold at the edge of the universe as our hangar bay for ideas, the weird shipments that don't fit anywhere else. Here we're going to talk about UFOs, or UAPs as people call them now, ETs, oh no, aliens, crop circles and orbs, AI climbing its way to AGI, in the future to ASI, quantum computers that don't just crunch numbers, but bend the rules of reality as we understand it. We're going to poke at the big stuff. What is reality? Is consciousness fundamental, or just a glitch in some cosmic operating system? And yes, we're going to have some fun with all of those things. This video is your boarding pass. I'm not unpacking all of the crates today. I'm just cracking a few open to let you peek inside. So if you're into high-tech, high strangeness, and the uncomfortable feeling that maybe, just maybe, we're living inside somebody else's experiment, then this is the hangar bay for you. Welcome to Lightseed Radio, and let me show you what's coming. First up, the sky has never been as quiet as we pretend it is. We'll explore UFOs, UAPs, or whatever label we're using this month to pretend we understand what's flying around up there. Lights that ignore our physics, craft that accelerate like inertia isn't a built-in rule of the universe, and those strange, softly glowing orbs people are seeing everywhere on their camera footage, from back gardens to war zones. Are they probes? Are they life forms made of pure field and light? Are they just glitches in our sensors? We'll look at the data, the testimonies, the patterns, and we'll talk about the possibility that some of these things aren't just from another planet, but from another layer of reality entirely. Other dimensions, overlapping timelines, realities stacked like pages in a book. Is Bigfoot or Sasquatch real? We're not claiming answers, we're following the questions to see where they lead. And while that's happening in the sky, something else is waking up down here on the ground. Artificial intelligence went from cute autocomplete to writing code, making art, and passing exams in what feels like about 5 minutes. On this channel, we're going to trace that curve, from basic machine learning toys to AI assistants that carry our groceries and walk our dogs, to security bots that never blink, to militarized robots patrolling streets with built-in ethics we hope someone got right, to the moment we plug quantum processors into artificial minds and legitimately have to ask, did we just create a new form of person or a very clever mirror? We'll talk about the rise from today's narrow AI through AGI into ASI and whatever comes after that. Planetary minds, star system minds, maybe even galaxy-scale intelligence. And when robots aren't enough, we turn ourselves into the hardware. Neural implants, prosthetics that are stronger than flesh, eyes that can see beyond the visible spectrum. The line between human and machine gets fuzzier every year. We'll talk about cyborgs, not as sci-fi characters, but as a very real next step in human evolution. And because we're us, we'll go further. Cyborg pets. Imagine a cat with a neural link sharing images straight into your head. Meet Cymeow, part cat, part cybernetic companion, all chaos. And if that's not weird enough, we'll even joke about cyborg food. A tomato with more metal than vitamins. Great for clickbait, terrible for salad. Underneath all of that, there's a quieter revolution humming away in labs around the world. Quantum computing. Today, we play with fragile electron-based qubits, trying to keep them from decohering like nervous singers forgetting their lyrics under bright lights. But coming over the horizon are photonic qubits, information encoded in particles of light. In future episodes, we'll look at how we might jump from electron qubits to photonic ones, the timelines, the roadblocks, and what happens when quantum computers stop being delicate science projects and become commercial tools. What does your life look like when optimization problems that used to take years are solved in seconds? When cryptography cracks, simulations explode in power, and AI models run on hardware that make today's supercomputers look like stone tablets? We're not just talking about faster banking apps. We're talking about a shift in what's computationally possible for humans and whatever comes after us. And then there are the big, quiet rocks we've been ignoring. Our moon. Was it formed by a giant impact? Is it a captured object? Some people whisper about it being something even stranger, a constructed object, a shell, a machine, even maybe a relic. We'll look at anomalies, odd resonances, strange coincidences in orbital mechanics, not to scream, it's all fake, but to ask, are we absolutely sure we know what we're standing under every night? The same questions follow us to Mars and its moon Phobos and to bizarre objects all over the solar system. Down here on Earth, we have our own anomalies, the pyramids. Did the Egyptians build them with techniques we still don't fully understand? Or did they inherit them from a civilization that rose and fell long before our history books start? On Lightseed Radio, we'll explore both mainstream archaeology and the more provocative possibilities, always asking what the evidence actually says, and where the gaps are that we're papering over with comforting stories. Then there's a frontier that doesn't need rockets or telescopes, just a human nervous system and a molecule, DMT, aka dimethyltryptamine. People go in and they come back talking about seeing code behind reality. Not just random visuals, but structured symbols, repeating patterns, shared experiences described by people who have never met. They describe it like stepping behind the curtains of the Matrix and seeing the alien operating system that runs a show, like a high-tech Wizard of Oz. We're going to look at what neuroscience says, what physics hints at, and what happens when lots of people see similar impossible things in that space. Along the way, we'll keep circling back to the same core questions. What is consciousness? Are we emerging from matter, or is matter emerging from consciousness? Are quantum fields just math, or are they the stuff reality is made of? Now let me be clear, this is not a conspiracy channel. We're not here to scream into the void about lizard people running the post office. We'll look at evidence, data, serious research. We'll talk to people who actually know what they're doing, and we'll happily say we don't know when we don't. But are we going to touch conspiracies sometimes? Of course we are. Because somewhere between everything is a government psyop and everything is perfectly normal, go back to sleep, there's a messy, fascinating middle where truth, lies, and genuine anomalies all get mixed together. That's where Lightseed Radio lives. So this is the plan. UFOs, orbs, aliens, AI, AGI, robots and cyborgs with the occasional cybercat, ancient structures, strange moons, and the possibility that we're walking on the ruins of something far older than we are. Consciousness, quantum fields, and the uneasy suspicion that reality is not quite what it seems. To take the weird, the wonderful, the unsettling, and decode it together one episode at a time. So if any of that sparks something in you, hit subscribe, join the crew, and buckle in. So, the next episode, the Lightseed Protocol, why did I create it? We'll unpack what it is, why I put it on-chain, and what message I'm really trying to send into the future. This is Lightseed Radio, decoding the known and the unknown, in a universe that might be much stranger than what we've been led to believe.